Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my final look using the Jaclyn Hill x Morphe palette. This is look number 7. If you watched the rest of my tutorials using the palette, thank you so much. And all I want to say at this point is I didn't think that I would love the palette as much as I do, and I did get a chance to use every single shade while I was filming the whole 7 looks, and I really don't have any complaints. There were some of them I think I mentioned in some of my tutorials that were kind of patchy, but I could have used like an eyeshadow base. It was probably my bad. The only 2 shades that I don't really care for are the top 2 shimmer shades, and they're called In Light and Beam. I prefer MAC Nylon to highlight, but I think they're good. They're just not my favorite, but the other ones are so good, especially like the warm tones and the shimmers. All the shimmers are amazing. So I feel like if you're on a budget or you want to get the most out of your money, I think the Jaclyn Hill palette is perfect for the pops of color and the shimmer shades, and the mattes in there are good as well. And then if you wanted to get like an all matte palette, I would either suggest the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye palette, because it has like all your everyday like neutral matte shades. You have a ton of transition shades. You have shades in there so you can deepen up your look or lighten up your look. I think this is a really good palette to have on hand with the with the Jaclyn Hill palette. I think those 2 palettes would be like the only 2 palettes you would ever need. And then if you didn't want the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye palette, this palette I'm about ready to show you is like my all-time favorite matte palette ever, and it's the Smashbox Etude palette. This also has pretty much like the same shades in the Kat Von D palette, and I think that this and the Jaclyn Hill palette, if you only had those 2 palettes for the rest of your life, like you would be set for sure. So I'll go ahead and stop rambling now, and if you guys did watch all the videos, thank you again. Like, it really means a lot to me that you guys are taking the time to watch my videos, because I work really hard on them and I spend a lot of time on them, and I love doing them, but it means even more when I get to interact with you guys like in the comments section, and it just really makes my day. This is going to be like a Cosmos inspired makeup look, and it's really fun. I really like it. And then I paired it, I can't talk as usual, I paired it with this Milani metallic kind of pinky red lip color. And if you didn't want to do this lip color, obviously you could change it out with anything you wanted to do. I just thought it would be fun to pair with this eye. So if you would like to see how I got this makeup look, please keep watching. So starting off this look, I'm using the Smashbox primer water, and then I'm going to be going in with the Loreal Moisturizing Hydrating Under Makeup Primer. Then for foundation, I'm taking the Makeup Forever Ultra HD, and I'm in the shade Y315, and I mixed a little bit of the Kevyn Aucoin Celestial Liquid Lighting in it as well, and now I'm just blending it all over my face with my damp beauty blender. Now I'm going in with the Nars Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard, and I thought it was a little bit too dark, so then I went ahead and mixed a little bit of the NYX HD Concealer in the shade 02 on top of it, and then I'm going to be blending it in with my Japanese concealer brush, and then I'm going to be blending my nose in with my damp sponge. To contour my nose, I'm taking this Loreal concealer stick in the shade Deep, and then I'm going to be blending in with my nose brush that I always use. Now I'm using the light concealer stick, and I'm just going down the center of my nose and on the sides, and then I'm blending that in with the same brush. I just wipe off the brush in between. Now I'm going over it with my damp sponge so there's no harsh lines. Now for some cream contour, I'm going in with the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit in the shade Light, and I'm going to be mixing the shades Nude and Cinnamon, and I'm going to be focusing the cinnamon shade on the outer parts and then mixing the nude shade towards the center of my face because I felt like the cinnamon shade alone was a little bit too dark, and actually I think my foundation was a little too light, but anyways. So now I'm just placing this everywhere that I want to create some shadows, and then I'm going to be blending it all in together with my Real Techniques sculpting brush. And now back over everything with my damp sponge so there's no harsh lines. To set my under eyes, I'm using this Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, and first I'm getting out all the creases, and then I'm going to be applying it with my Morphe E48 brush. This is my favorite brush to apply under eye powder. To set my nose contour, I took the Laura Geller Medium Baked Foundation and a Morphe M139. I'm going to be doing my brows off camera, so I'm going to be using the Colourpop Blonde Pomade, and then I'm mixing it with the e.l.f. Light Brown Pomade, and I always use my Anastasia brow brush. Brows are on, yay. Now to set my whole face lightly, I took the Maybelline Dream Wonder Powder in the shade 25 Buff Beige, and I'm just placing this all over my face with my teddy bear brush. To bronze up the face a little bit more, I went in with MAC's Give Me Sun and my Morphe E3 brush. So I'm getting into the Jaclyn Hill Becca Holiday Palette, and I'm going to be using the shade Amaretto, and it's just a matte kind of nude blush shade in my Morphe E4. I love this shade of blush. It'd be perfect for any eye look, honestly, or any makeup look. And then I'm going to be using the shade Prosecco for my highlight, and I feel like it was a little bit too dark for me, and I'm just applying that with my Smashbox fan brush. Now I'm going in with the Tatcha Dewy Luminous Skin Mist, and I'm spraying this first because I wanted to bring some more like dewiness back. And then I'm going to set my makeup with the NYX Dewy Setting Spray. Now we're going to be getting into the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm starting off with a shade called Butter, and I'm using a Scone blending brush. It came in like my Ipsy bag, I believe, and I'm just using this as my transition shade. Now I'm getting into the shade called Creamsicle, and I'm using a Sigma Blending E25 brush, and I'm focusing this mainly in the crease and blending it a little bit down and a little bit up. Now I'm going in with the shade called Hunts and a Sigma shader brush, and I'm focusing this directly in my crease. For my lid shade, I'm taking this shade called Jax in my MAC 242 brush. Back in with a little bit of Hunts in my Sigma E25. I just wanted to put a little bit more color in the crease so everything was blended together. Now I'm going to be taking the shade called Chip in a Real Techniques brush, and I'm placing this on my outer corners. Now I'm just going back in with a little bit more of Jax and blending Chip and Jax together. Now I'm going in with the shimmer shade called Hilster, and I'm going to be applying that with my ring finger all over my eyelid. Now I'm going in with the shade called Queen, and I'm going to be working this on my inner corner and then a little bit on the lid, and I'm just using my MAC 242 brush. Now I'm taking the shade called SBN, and I'm going to be working that in between Queen and blending that into the outer V. Now for some glitter, I'm taking Too Faced glitter glue and Max glitter in the shade Gold, and I'm first applying the glue, and then I'm going to go back over and put some glitter. So my camera died, but for the wing liner, I used the Kat Von D Trooper and then the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. And now I'm going to be applying some mascara, and then for my waterline, I'm going in with the Tarte liner in the shade Navy. And then we're going to be jumping back into the palette, and we're taking the pretty blue shade called Twerk. And first I started buffing it in with a Morphe E18, but it just wasn't giving me as much color payoff as I wanted. So I switched to a Sigma E30 brush, and this helped a lot. So now I mix a little bit of Hunts and Ship, and I'm taking my Sigma shader brush and I'm putting that into my outer crease just to deepen it up a little bit. And now I'm applying a little bit of mascara on my lower lash line. For lashes, I took Velour Doll Me Up lashes. I love these, but I need to throw them away. I've used them too many times. And I also used House of Lashes lash glue. So for lips, I'm going to be using this Milani Metallic Liquid Lip in the shade called Mad About You. And I thought it would just be fun to pair with this eye because this is like a Cosmos inspired eye look. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Now you guys, this look is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed look number 7 from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.